For my entire life, I can really only remember having one goal: to hit 100,000 subs on YouTube. And as of recording, I'm currently at 99,000, but I've decided to give up. Well, okay, kind of. Let me explain. Okay, I'm gonna give you the backstory of this channel, but I promise I'll make it quick. If you just wanna skip to what's coming next, you can do that too. I made it pretty easy in the timeline below. 4 years ago, I was bored out of my mind during COVID. I was scrolling YouTube and eventually I came across this little niche of people making these fake ads for the next generation of tech products that they loved. And I was instantly hooked. I've always been a fan of tech. I'd always wanted to start a YouTube channel and I've always wanted to learn pro creative software like the Adobe Suite and Blender and stuff like that. But I never had anything to make. So I created this channel, Concept Central, and I started making my own concept videos. And they were terrible. I mean, like really bad. Like garbage. Like what even is this? I don't know. Anyways, for the next 4 years, basically all of high school for me, I kept working constantly to keep making these videos, and somehow they started doing pretty well. They somehow did so well that companies started reaching out to me, hiring me to make reveal videos for their own products. So suddenly I was balancing trying to make YouTube videos, do freelance work, and be in school. It was very stressful, but I found myself in this interesting spot where things had kind of worked out better than I ever expected them to, but I still felt like I was moving farther and farther from what I actually wanted to be doing. I mean, freelance work was starting to take up more and more of my time, basically all of it. But the reason I started doing any of this, the end goal in the first place, was to make YouTube videos. Like real YouTube videos, and I hadn't done that. So I came up with a plan to course correct. I spent the next year doing client project after client project after client project and just saving everything that I earned. 3 months ago, I graduated high school, packed everything into my car, and drove the 350-ish miles from San Francisco, where I lived, to here, LA. Basically, what I realized is that it's all just about shortening the gap between what you want to make and your abilities to actually make that thing. I was able to do that with design and 3D modeling and animation, and now I want to do that with the YouTube videos that I've always wanted to make. So that's where I am now. And to get back to the intro, this is the last video on this channel, Concept Central. It is very painful to end things at 99,000 subscribers, 99% of my goal, but it's time. So what's next? Well, I'm starting a new channel, Futureform, where I'll be reviewing the future of tech. Think of it this way: when a new tech product comes out, there are a million great channels that make great videos about whether or not you should go buy that thing, right? But I want to review tech before it's released. I want to talk about the weirder products and ideas that aren't really ready for mass adoption yet, but have a chance, if they work, to actually change the world. I think we can all agree that tech right now feels very iterative. We're all used to the same phones coming out year after year, and there's really only so much we can talk about. But there's also a lot of tech right now that feels like it could change everything, but in a kind of scary way. I mean, if you look at the news or social media, it's kind of starting to feel like in 10 years, AI will have taken all of our jobs and we'll all just be sitting at home all day watching AI-generated videos on our VR headsets. And that may or may not be true, but I think that's why it's so important to actually have those conversations now of what we really want the future of tech to look like. So that's what Futureform is for. It's a place to actually have those conversations and really look at the tech that we could all be living with in the next 5, 10, 15 years. I've had this idea for over a year now. So for the past few months, I've been busy trying to make it real. I worked with the super talented logo and branding designer, Christian Vinca, to help me come up with this channel logo. I commissioned my buddy Aaron to help me build this custom Apple-style desk, which isn't really related, but it looks sick. And I got to work converting my first apartment into this studio that I can shoot these videos in. That's my first video on Futureform, by the way. So if you want to see me use everything I've ever learned about design and 3D modeling to build out this studio, then you should go check out that video. It's my first real YouTube video, and I'm pretty proud of it, but like I said earlier, I'm not expecting to be great at making YouTube videos immediately. Even though I am very proud of that video, I already see ways that I can make it better the next time, and that's exactly what I'm so excited about. I'm very excited to say that my only goal for the next year is to keep getting better at making these YouTube videos. So if you want to follow along on that journey, then you can do so right here. And if you did want to help me hit 100K subs on this channel, then you could do that too. I'm just saying. Oh, and also thank you to anyone who's ever supported this channel or supported my work at all. It's nice to be able to say that as a person now and not just like a 3D avatar of an infinity icon. So yeah.